What's up? Welcome to Soul Circle. Give me those hearts. Say what up. Where are we at? There we go. Who's on? What's up, Evie? What's up, Raquel? What's up, Nelly? Satya, baby. Girl, if you want to jump on and talk about relationships, we could jam out if you looking all awesome. What's up, Lucy? What's up, Jenny? Hi, babe. All right, jam out. I'm going to shuffle. I've still had coffee. It's like 7 o'clock. I need to calm down. Baby, how you feeling? I've been going all day. How do you guys feel? You know what I think we need? You know what I think I need? You know what I think we need? I think we need some fucking goddess guidance. That's what's up. Why is this feeling a little weak? All right. Question. What's up, Natasha? Give me those hearts, loves. Goddess or golden path? Which one? Put it in. Goddess or golden path or both? Or both. There's the hearts. Thank you. Keep them coming. I love those. Do we have any newbies today? Do we have newbies? Welcome to Soul Circle. We do this every Tuesday. Oh, we got a golden path. We got a golden path. All right. How are you guys doing? Jam out for like a second. Who loves this song? I'm for sure going to get flagged. I'm for sure going to get this flag. Absolutely. Both. We got both. Golden, both. What's up, D Visa? What's up, LA Tiger? 7. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. I see you. I hear you. Ari, baby. How are you? Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. I love it. How are you guys all feeling? Tell me what is going on right now. What's up, YouTube? We good? We good? How's the flow right now, guys? How you feel? Give me the ups, give me the downs, give me everything, and I will shuffle. Hi, lady. Bella. Both. Of course, we got both. All right, so we'll do golden path for sure. And goddess guidance. I feel like Venus needs a little, like, she needs a little, you know, we need a little extra support on that one. Just finished a sunset hike. Love that. I love sunset hikes. Those are the best. Harvest moon is in full force. All right. Yeah. Tell me how you guys are doing. What's up? Lots of feelings. Intense purging and transformation. What's up? Excited. Oh, excuse me. Exhausted from retrograde. No shit. This one's been weird. Like weird. Even today, like I've been going like nonstop. We literally did like a full cleaning of the house. We like reorganized some stuff. We like upgraded some stuff. It's like literally like clean out. Just clean and clean out. And then we went out to go and, you know, because just, you know, we needed more bath towels and kitchen towels and like little things, you know, wicker baskets and things to organize. And it was like, people are like on some shit. It's not funny, but it's funny because you guys know I laugh at fucking everything. And it's literally like, I don't know. So I don't know right now if it's the, that one word that I can't say that has to do with phones, not the other word that we can't say, the other word. But it's almost like it's frying people's brain or pineal gland. It's literally like slowing everybody down, but also making everybody super crazy. It's like, and like literally I walk in, this is what happened. Like I had to run into a store super, super quick. And I walk in with my face covered like this because I didn't grab the mat, whatever. And it's like covered. And she turns out, she's like, you have to wear a mask, miss. And I'm like, does it look like my face is exposed? Does it look like it's not covered? Like, what's the, it's intent. Yes, Jenny, that word, that 3-letter, yes. I can't say it. I can't say it. They took them down. You guys know I used to talk about this stuff all the time because we make holograms to protect off of that stuff. And they took down my videos. All right, let me see. Intense time. Totally. Yes, upcoming full moon. Absolutely. When is it? I haven't checked the calendar. I should know. I should know when that is. Masculine is what? And feminine for me again. What do you mean, babe? Feel strong in fitness. Awesome. Everybody gives some, who's on their health and wellness goals. Okay, we have to put that in the forefront because obviously that's not what's being talked about. So your fitness goals, your health, your nutrition, like all of that stuff, if nothing else this time has had that be on point, right? So that's relationship with body. Feeling strong. Yes, hearts. Come on, seriously. What was, okay, we were literally talking about this earlier today. Adam, what should we be taking? Alpha-lipoic
acid increases
lipoic acid. Say it right, Sarah. Basically help you support the craziness of your pineal gland. That's the easy way to say it. I won't get into the nutrition because that's not my job. But look into that. And feel into whether that would be something supportive for you. Okay. But I'm not telling you what to take. I'm just making a suggestion. Okay. Feel like you're putting out that and super control side. Girl, are you 2 in your masculine? What's going on? Cleaning past emotions. Good. We like that. Isn't it fun how that stuff comes up? And who are you processing this stuff with? Okay. What's going on? Is this going to be a relationship with self conversation? Is this going to be like conscious love with self? Is this self-love conversation tonight? What's our main topic, guys? Venus needs a kick in the head. Is Venus being a bitch? Is she being a bitch? Exhausted from retrograde. Yeah, no kidding. And transformations. More Mercury retrograde. Masculine is greater than the feminine for me. Girl, you have that blueprint. Go adjust again. You should still have your Google Doc from when we worked on that. Go do the Mastery Masculine and Feminine Alchemy blueprint. Go see if something needs to be adjusted in there. What are you in resistance to? Full moon and Halloween on the same day. Shit, is it? Okay, I have like a weird thing the night before. Devil's night, whatever. Like, I don't go out. Okay? Yes, thank you. Alpha-lipoic acid. Yes, 2 in your masculine. Exactly. Okay, girl, you know what to do. Yes, I think I need self-love combo. Okay, we might be in some self-love. Holly, hi, baby. Did you move now? Are you done? What's going on? Relationships have been crazy love relationship. Why? What's going on? There's some you guys, communication has to be like so key. I know it's like said, like it's like a fucking broken record, but seriously, if you're working with anybody, if you're practicing with anybody who don't know how to talk or who has like an avoidant style, like that's some weird toxic stuff. You know what I mean? Or if you're the avoidant one, check that. There is nothing wrong with communication when it can be done in a way that you both hear each other from a neutral place, and just make sure that how you're communicate, you're doing it from a conscious place. It's not hard. I feel like we need a communication class. Does anybody feel like they need a conscious communication class? That would be epic. Same city, just moved out of family. Okay. And into your own nest egg. Good girl. Okay, full moon yoga. Awesome. You think it's overnight? Yes, full blue moon. Of course it is. And if you guys have questions, feel free to drop them in too. Guy dropped after texting for weeks. Do you mean you dropped him or he dropped out? So that's that. Hey, if they don't know your value like right off the bat, then they're not in the game of like, just not in the game. They're just not in the game at all. Is there a question with that, babe? And I show up for me more than anyone I know. Good. Then keep showing up. So again, I'm going to repeat this because I've repeated this a couple times, but I feel like we always need reminders because we put so much focus on the external and we put so much focus on what they're doing. So your practice game has everything to do with you and nothing to do with them. So if you were showing up during those weeks of like texting, right? And you were being you and you were being authentic and you were just like doing you, right? Showing the badass version that you are. Awesome. If they didn't know how to align with that, then that's a reflection more of them and how they don't know how to practice, or excuse me, they don't know how to be in practice or be in relationship. Maybe they just weren't interested. So let's just say that. And it's not about them or what they thought anyways, right? So if you were like, cool, now I've done this process, what did you learn in that process that then you can bring to the next one? And what didn't work that you want to nix out of the next one, right? So until you start aligning with somebody who just fucking gets it, then you're still practicing on what works and what doesn't work. And then even still, when you align with somebody who gets it, you're still going to practice because we're people and we got all kinds of different filters and all kinds of stuff. All right. So let me, it just stopped. Yeah. Don't chase. Bye. Exactly. Thank you. Thanks, Chad. Why is it always Chad? It's always a Chad. Not fighting, just watching all the negativity unfold. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Yes, right. Exactly. Okay, good. You're welcome, babe. Yeah, I know. It's always a Chad because I think it was in like, there was a movie I watched a long time ago called Some Girl. I feel like it was like Giovanni Ribisi's and his sister. Can't remember her name, Ribisi. Super, super cute movie. I'm pretty sure it was called Some Girl. Adorable. And there was like a Chad in there who just was a Chad. It's like the Karen, but it's Chad, right? For the dating world. Chad is the Karen in the dating world. And you got to just like let that go. Just let it go. Yes. Hang on. Huge awakening to trauma from childhood. Badass. Okay. Can we get some hearts on that? That's fucking props. If you're having awakenings from deep childhood trauma and you're processing through that, awesome. Awesome. Visceral. All is so clear now. Yeah, let's give some mad hearts for that, okay? Because one, we all know what that feels like. And two, that's badass. That means you're in it and you're processing it and you're observing it at the same time. So you're able to work through it. That's awesome. Okay. Feel next level emerged. Exactly. Love myself. Finally get it. Awesome. There we go. That's badass. Congratulations. Is it Linny? That sounds amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Do we have any questions for self-love? Since it seems like, I feel like I wanted that one. Since it seems like, since it seems like self-love, is that the theme this week? Are we doing more self-love? That should always be the case, okay? Whether you're single, in a relationship, new relationship, re-evaluating, whatever with relationships. It's always, your main focus is always got to be you and how you're showing up and how you're practicing. So with that one, we got the true love card. We got the true love card. What's up, YouTube? Who's on? Always curious. I love the ones that like watch but never comment, never show who's on. I see you. I see you. I know you. You know, sometimes never mind. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. What's up, Venus? Interesting. And if that's not unlocked within you first, then you won't be the vibrational match to be able to, whether you attract it, be able to receive it. Okay, let's jump the conversation from what are you manifesting in? What are you attracting? Right? Because we're always like, oh, you have to be the vibrational match to what you want to attract. Right? Cool. We're going to jump. Okay, can we go? Can we jump now? Because I feel like we've been having that conversation for like a couple years. So be the vibrational match of what you want to attract. Yes. Step 2, be the vibrational match to receiving what you attract. That's step 2. Yeah, bug eyes 100% on that and massive hearts. Exactly. So that's your true love. Always starts within, because if you attract it and yet you can't receive it because you aren't the vibrational match to receptivity of it, you might have totally slayed and nailed the being the vibrational match to attract it. Congratulations. You have now set your inner GPS system to magnetize those things to you. Now it's in front of you. Are you the vibrational match to receive it, or is there some shit still in the way? I have no filter today. I feel very strange today. So, but it feels good. Not that my filter is any other day. Yes. Bullet and a target. Not bullet and target. Whatever the fuck that is. My brain's literally going a mile a minute today, you guys. Yes, right. Check mark. Cool. Got that. So we got to jump that conversation. So if that can be your focus now for this week, I love it when I have it. I really do. If that can be your focus, you guys saw that? If that can be your focus this week, okay, being the vibrational match to receive it, receive true love, then golden fucking opportunity. Golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Come on. You can't plan that. You can't plan that. So being the vibrational match to attract it, you already got. Being the vibrational match to receive it once you attract it will lead then into those golden opportunities for you to then walk through them. If you have a resistance to receiving it, you won't be able to walk through them. Yeah, exactly. And we know this, and yet the more that we bring conscious awareness to it, then in that moment when it happens, you'll be like, shoot, I just heard that on Soul Circle. Copy that. Am I in a vibrational match to receiving this, or am I in resistance? Let me just readjust my shit so that then I can be in a vibrational match to receiving the true love that's coming my way. And now in this moment, now I can step through those doors, even if there's fear. That's bringing unconscious behavior into conscious forefront. That's living a conscious lifestyle. You guys got it? So how to receive without fear? What's my favorite saying? What are you making it mean? What are you making it mean? In that moment, what are you making it mean? Whatever the fear is, what's the story that you're making about it? What are you telling yourself about it in that moment? Just what are you saying? And if you can be conscious in that moment and listen to yourself, your own internal dialogue, potentially the unadulted inner child that is the ego, then you'll be able to hear, what am I making it mean? What story is coming up for me right now? And is that a story that I want to align to, or do I want to like rewrite that bitch real super quick? Take a giant eraser. Or my favorite, just rip out the page and burn it. That's my fave. And then write a new one. It's your book. it's your story. When you write a new story, when you're unaware about any subconscious patterning or programming, right? Then your behavior follows and you just don't even know. It's just like, oh, and then the fear comes up and then you just react the same way as before. Stop, drop, and love that shit in the moment. In the moment. Yes, rewrite the story. Exactly. But you have to be aware of it first, right? You have to be like so in that moment of self-love, self-awareness. Can we have self-love without self-awareness? Yes or no? Type it in. I want to see them. Can we have self-love without self-awareness? Yes or no? Different. Yes. No. Keep them coming. Can you have self-love without self-awareness? Nope. No. There we go. Keep them coming. Nope. Exactly. Exactly. Guess not. Exactly. Nope. You cannot have true self-love without being aware of what you need to love. You can't have true self-love because you wouldn't know what to love. You wouldn't know how to love those parts of you if you're not aware of them, right? Yes, but no, exactly. It's like, but like not really. Like you could try, but not exactly. It's kind of like when you go into a relationship, not consciously, and you try to love, and then it's like, oh yeah, but not really. And then it's like, it's like the 4th of July firecrackers that go off. It's like the ones that you think are going to be the big bang, and then just look at that. It's like not cute, You're like, oh, I thought that was going to be, we tried. If you don't have self-awareness. So being conscious, right? It's your spiritual alignment. It's your understanding what you're saying inside your internal dialogue. It's recognizing in the moment when fear comes up and then consciously choosing something else. It's reprogramming your subconscious so that then those behaviors become healthy in a habitual way as opposed to the unhealthy ones that have been playing out habitually. It's all of those things. It's having conscious communication in a moment when no one gets triggered that you can just openly share. It's so fucking refreshing to be able to have a conversation with somebody where you can just share authentically, show up authentically, and like nobody gets triggered because you just have enough self-awareness that it's like, oh, yeah, I totally get that. And enough compassion in the moment and enough just curiosity in the moment. Those are all things that are needed in that. If those things are missing, then yeah, it's going to be a lot harder to have that in a relationship dynamic, but especially then with yourself. So it always starts with them. We know that. So checking how your self-awareness has to show up first in order to then loving those parts of you that need a little bit more lovey-dove, a little more true love. Or are you judging yourself? Or are you in a conditional relationship with yourself? Are you having expectations of yourself and then getting unfulfilled of yourself and then basically disappointing yourself? Are you jumping your own boundaries, saying what you want, and then making excuses for it, crossing your own boundaries, setting a subconscious program that then you don't know how to trust yourself? So the next time you go to make a decision, your subconscious is already aligned with lack of self-trust. So does that need to be loved a little bit deeper? Do you guys get what I mean on that? Does that make sense? Is that resonating? So to answer your question, how do you receive without love, or how do you receive without fear? There might still be fear. There might still be. What are you making it mean? And then when you can move that out, any fear that comes up is usually, let's just say usually, is usually a internal subconscious dialogue from the unadulted inner child, which I / call the ego. I do not associate the ego as making it bad and wrong. I don't say kill the ego. You guys have heard me say this. If you're new and you have been following me for a while, those of you that have, you know how I feel about that. So anybody's like, kill the ego, blah, blah, blah. It's like, stop trying to kill your inner child. Love that shit. Adult it. Most people, let's just hold space for this one. And I say this with love because I had to look at this myself. Everybody, every single client I work with, every single time we do any inner child work, there's an adulting of the inner child. Because most of the time we are operating from, I'll say we as a collective, we operate from the wound, most of the time, and most people operate from the emotional intelligence level of the age when the first wound / protection program was created. Does that make sense? So whatever age that was, chances are that's the emotional age. So whenever fear comes up, then you revert back to the feeling of that. It could have been 13, right? And so then how does a 13-year-old act when fear comes up and then trying to love and then trying to receive love, whether that's for yourself or with somebody else? What's the emotional intelligence level? What's the age of the emotional intelligence level of whenever that wound first happened? So don't judge yourself. Don't get into like shame, blame, none of that. Just be like, just observe and be really curious and be like, interesting. Like, when was that? Okay. Was that 5? Was that 7? So chances are that's the voice of, whenever there's fear, that's the voice of your ego / inner child that hasn't been adulted. Because if it hasn't been receiving love, because maybe we operate still from the kill the ego and shame the ego and rather than loving the ego, giving love and attention to the inner child, to the ego, which by giving love and attention to it, you would pay more attention, just like a child, then you would adult it. The more attention it gets, it's like, I almost feel like, what's that toy? Like, I feel like it's like, I don't know why I'm seeing this analogy. It's like, there's a toy that if you don't play with it, it doesn't grow up. If you don't give it love, it doesn't grow up. If you don't pay attention to it, it doesn't grow up. So if your ego / inner child is the same way, then if you're not paying attention to it, or you're thinking or operating from the belief system that it's some kind of bad, wrong thing that you need to slay and kill and whatever, then it never gets adulted and you never pay attention to it and you never give it any true love. And so it's still at that age. So when you can communicate more with that, I feel like this was literally so many of my clients, this was like the theme. There's always a theme every week. And there was a lot of inner child work. Even if you've already done inner child work, it's like, okay, great, you've gotten connection with your inner child, but then have you adulted your inner child? Does that resonate? Give me some hearts if that resonates and that makes sense. And let me scroll down because I have not seen your comments. Yes, we got mad hearts on that. Okay, cool. Yes, hearts. Okay, you feel like it's super easy to lose awareness, but it's always, I got Rona nails. Okay, ADD, let's go. You feel like it's, yes, hearts. I love them. Those remind me that you guys are like with me, so keep them coming. Like if I say something that like really resonates and like really hits and it reminds me that like you're there and that you're listening and you get it and it totally resonates. There we go. Pop them off. I love them. Okay. Feel like it's super easy to lose awareness, but I'll always love me. Yeah, exactly. But then bring that focus back around. It's the same. It's like day meditating. But what I mean by like open-eyed meditate, like when you're meditating, you're bringing so much awareness in a moment. So can you do that throughout the day? That's literally just bringing consciousness to every moment. And you'll love yourself deeper when you can do that. And you'll listen to your inner child and what it wants to say even deeper when you can do that. Not if you can do that, when you can do that. Okay. The no, because it won't be fully authentic, because to love ourselves is to know ourselves and to accept ourselves. Awesome. Good job, Stace. All right. What's up, Sarah? I love that you guys say hello to everybody. You're fucking, this tribe is so badass. Let's see. Sarah, you're amazing. Thank you. You're amazing. This is your first time on my Insta. Welcome. I'm going to mess that up. Bowdrar _Zauhire. Well, I butchered that, but welcome. I'm so happy you're here. We've been doing this for, you guys, is it 4 years now? Every Tuesday, Soul Circle. We got some tribe that comes back in, leaves for a little bit, comes back in. I've literally shown up. I think I've only missed maybe a handful of days. That's what's up. Because it's because of you guys. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't be here. So the more you show up, the more I show up. So I want to acknowledge all of you guys who have been like OGers from the beginning 4 years ago. And anybody who's still like new or whenever you've jumped in. We really like, this is tribe. This is community. We have only love here. There is no spammers. You guys get knocked out. It just doesn't happen. It's just not in this vibe. So come here when you want to come back home and when you want to get like back into alignment with the highest version of yourself and consciously loving you first to then have healthy conscious relationships with others. That's the gem. Okay. I've missed you. Who is that? Eja85? Who is that? Queen girl. Okay. I think I know you then. What's your handle, baby? I mean, I can't. Self-awareness equals like a tall, cool drink after being parched forever. Love that, Linny. Am I saying that right? Yes, girl. Holly, it's a new tattoo. I got it on my birthday, you guys. I'm not going to show you yet because it's got this really cool, like it looks a little, see how you can kind of see it's like bled out. So it looks, there's this, you can't see it because it's literally see-through. There's this second skin. Maybe you can see like the rim is getting a little bit dirty. So you just put it on and then you let it heal for 5 days and I don't touch it. So it's got a couple more days to go, but literally it looks like it's just not cute. So you'll see that finished product afterwards. But yes, it was my birthday gift to myself, right? How many of you guys have heard me say there's not one petal to a rose? And it also, like, I was going to put a quote with it and I'm like, I kind of like it represents the quote anyways. There's this Latin quote that's one of my favorites. It says, everything changes and we change with it. So it's kind of like that principle of like a rose will always, like we're always in bloom. Okay. So there's that element. But a rose, even if it blooms and then it has all these multiple petals because we're these badass, like multiple or multi-dimensional beings. And then if it when it blooms and then it dies and then it falls off, but another one grows. So no matter what we're processing, we're always just like a rose bush and there's a couple thorns with it, no matter what. You know what I mean? You're going to have those. No matter what, you can't have a rose without a couple thorns. So, and definitely processing your inner work, yourself, your inner child, there's a couple thorns on that one, right? And just reminding you that you're ever blooming, you are ever in bloom and you're ever changing and everything changes and you're changing with it. And it's all of those things. So, what's really fascinating is, and I saw this vision, I wanted it. And what's really fascinating is all of my other tattoos are like somewhere on like the back of my body. Well, except for maybe 2 of them. And so I never see them. Like, they mean something to me, but this is like the first one that I got where like, I could see it. So I'm stoked about that. All right. I should probably stop drinking coffee by now. So yes, I got it. All right. Thank you, loves. You guys are like fabulous. I'll show you, like you guys saw in my stories. I took just a couple days for like myself and just didn't really post that much. Didn't really, you know, I shared with you guys, but I just really wanted to like go cocoon in for like 5 days for my birthday. And I had a really amazing experience. It's very, very fun. So, yes, age of the trauma. Okay, hang on. I'm a little behind. Oh, girl, Asia, at 10 years old, your teacher told you you were stupid, and now you're blocking your blessings of being a writer because you think deep down you're stupid. Baby. No, I mean, I get it. I totally get it. Give some hearts, you guys. If anybody has ever like felt stupid, feels like they're not smart enough, like, is that your story? I totally have that same story. I've had that story literally since I was 6 because we traveled around Europe and American, like in America, I wasn't like, our education system is not as vast as it is even at 6. So I get there and my teacher's like, how come she doesn't know this? So they held me back and all the kids made fun of me and said I was stupid at 6. So I hear you, baby. Okay. And yes, mad hearts. Give some more hearts if you have ever either felt like you were the stupid or not smart enough or whatever. Somebody called you stupid, whatever. It's a story. Okay. And then I moved to another country and then they upped me the age because in Germany, you have to go based on your education. Then we jumped to Sweden and they go based on age, not education. So then it was like, then I still didn't know again the information at that age level. And so again, it was like, how come she doesn't know this stuff? Like, why? Like literally, it was like 3 countries. My mom would get called into the office and it was like, why is your daughter stupid? Like, why does she not know this stuff? Like, what is her malfunction? And that's what I heard subconsciously. So here's what I want to say about that. What have you been able to do because of that? Because I bet, and this is something that like we all get, so we need to remember that these are also blessings, because until you shift that story, okay, because if that story is holding you back now, you got to be able to shift that. But before you understand, or at least be able to see that it's holding you back, it's giving you a gift. That's what we all have to remember. It's giving you a gift. Because, and I'll just share, at least for me, it was like, okay, if I don't think I'm that smart, well, now I became adamant about hyper focusing on learning like what I was so like adamant about absorbing. So when I dove into understanding like subconscious reprogramming and like an NLP and understanding like energy and biofield and like all of this cool stuff, anything that I wanted to learn, I like fully absorbed in and just got all of it like a sponge, almost to the level that I was just like, I have to get this. I have to get this. So it was a little bit of a trauma response, totally. That was like, I need to get this. I need to get this. I need to understand this. So I got it like a fucking master from the trauma response. But that's also what makes me fucking epic at what I do for other people all day, every day, in helping them transform their lives and what I've done for myself. So now it's completely flipped around to be my greatest gift and benefit. And I have no problem bragging about that because I busted my ass through a trauma response to then shift the story just to then be able to come out and be like, you know what? Fucking damn good at that. So there is something that you and all of you, if you've ever felt stupid or anybody called you stupid, there is something that you are so good at because of that moment. Yeah. Yeah, hearts. Yeah, hearts. So what is that thing? Stop focusing on the like how you're stupid, because that's the story that you got to rewrite. Focus on what did you get? Who did you become because of that? What is that? Who, like, what do you know how to do now that you are a fucking master at? And I know you are because you became adamant about it, right? We have 2 choices. Always. This was when I was doing a lot of PTSD work. Okay. So especially like working with women coming out of heavy toxic relationships, right? So when I first began really mentoring, that was like a deep, no more coffee, Sarah. That was a really, really deep focus for me. But you have two choices. PTSD, you can align more into the story of, let's just say with love, the victim side to it, right? Staying focused on that side of the story, post-traumatic stress being the victim of that, okay? And living continuously in that trauma. Or you have this defining moment where you go to PTG, which is post-traumatic growth. It's the thing that happens that then sparks your greatest growth and acceleration and evolution. So we're always given two choices, always. And if we can get out of the story enough to stand in the middle and be like, am I going to go in this direction or am I going to go in that direction? And which one do I want to focus on? That's becoming the vibrational match to receiving self true love. Just to bring that full circle. Okay. Did that help, baby? Let me see. Yes, hearts. Okay. If the ego is ignorant, it gets louder and louder, or ignored. Thank you. If the ego is ignored, it gets louder and louder. Yes, Natasha, have you been listening to me for a while? Absolutely. Okay, hitting the nail on the head. Great. Love that. People usually talk about the ego or the child self is, and I just don't get it. People usually talk about the ego or child self. What do you mean you don't get it, babe? Love that you guys are supporting each other with each other's comments. I love it. Okay, hang on. I love you guys. OGB threads, girl, I feel like I have not seen you on here in a hot second. You're OG, aren't you? Okay, you're welcome. Catherine, babe. Hi, love. Did you get my email, honey? We are building out your splash page inside of Soul Circle Collective. The rose is the flower with the highest vibrational frequency. Didn't know that. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. I never thought about roses being all seasonal. I had a very special friend who helped me out with making sure that that was taken care of for my tattoo. So mad gratitude on that one. Self-worth is a difficult wound. Is it? Lydia, girl, you're on fire tonight. I had a little bit of coffee. And the energy is just spiked today. Oh, I love when you guys say hi to each other. Okay. All right. What else? Let me throw down some more, okay? Because I'm checking the time too. So these are the goddess, and I'll throw down. These are okay. Goddess guidance cards. Okay. Sorry, that was just a quick. We'll get into what that was. Realignment calibration. We're going to do 3 for goddess cards. You guys are so awesome. And then we will do 3 for golden path. Okay. Oh. Okay. Give me those hearts for cards. Give me the hearts for cards. Okay. We've got, and this is just for this week. Okay. So the theme, let's just kind of say, because it seems like the theme was really like mainly focused on self-love. And we already know that it has to be self-love before you align and be the vibrational match to not just attracting the self-love, but then being able to receive it. So whatever all those stories are, gotta go. All right. First one. Medicine woman. You are a divine channel, you are a channel for divine healing power. Give some hearts if y'all feel like you are a medicine woman. who, whether you do that on the daily or whether that is a energetic, let's just say spirit that you would like to or need to align with, so you can then be that vibrational match to the love, to receiving the level of love that you want. Okay, so that channel of divine healing energy, you have full access to. You always have full access to that. It's your birthright. Every person does. This is literally the connection with the highest version of you. One of my favorite things to do is to actually like name that energy, right? So whether that's your deepest feminine, whether that's like a higher energy that you feel a connection to, a higher self, if you will, or higher vibrational feminine, higher divine feminine, right? Whatever you want to call it. What is her name? What is her name? I am a believer that yes, we can have, whenever we talk about guides and spirit guides and angels and all of that stuff, I believe those are also vibrations of you. They're these projections out, but they all stem from you. It's kind of like R2D2, right? And it just like projects out, and then you see the version, but it's still coming from your main source. So what is her name? What are their names? They're all part of like your vibrational tribe, right? Yes, it's like an avatar. Absolutely. And you can have many different avatars. It's one of the reasons why I believe, like, even aligning with like all the different gods and goddesses, they are archetypes, they are avatars, they're vibrational energies or consciousnesses of which you can align with, right? And they all have names. Who do you think came up with them? So, what are those for you? What if you could create or align with or discover or get really curious about? And so what is that version of you? What is her or his name? So for the gentlemen that are on here, Rami, I see you. So what is his or her name? That's a universal birthright that everybody has. Should you believe that? Some people don't believe that. That's cool. But in Soul Circle, we accept all things. We do not have the energy of separation and division. We have the energy of love and unity and connection. So with that sphere of understanding, who would they be? What would be their name? Okay. And like, these all have names. Like, look, Guinevere, something I can't pronounce. This, can't pronounce that. It's even backwards. Can't pronounce that. Shell, right? Why are they named? Because when we can have, when we name something, we become in relationship with it. We make it as if it's a human aspect, so that then we can be in relationship with it. If it's too elusive, then we don't know how to create that connection. Does that resonate? Does that make sense? So, aligning with that. They're archetypes. They're just archetypes. Okay. Is it Freya? Freya? Bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Okay, so this goes to that fear. So if you need the energy of Freya to be bold in those moments, to unleash that adventurous side of you, like, where's she at? Hey, where is he at? Where is that like adventurous aspect of you? Call upon that version, align with it, and then how would they be? How would you be as that vibration? That's probably a better way to say it. So unleash that adventurous side, take risks, and be daring in spite of fear. Because chances are the fear is not going to go away. It's just still going to be there. Irene is about peace. Okay. I feel like everybody in the whole fucking world needs more Irene. There is no need to worry and everything is working out beautifully. So what is that stressor with either that fear or what is that stressor about either the old trauma, about the not being smart enough or good enough or whatever enoughness? What is that? There's no need to worry. Everything's always going to work out, and you are on this beautiful journey, and you're unraveling these like gorgeous layers. You are removing or plucking each one of the petals of your beautiful self so that you can discover deeper and deeper essences of you. Be in the enjoyment of that blooming. And then the revealing of all of those beautiful petals of you. There's nothing to worry about. Let's release, whether that's self-love or whether that's, let's just put a little bit of like the whole world kind of thing, because I feel like aligning more to some Irene and peace would be very beneficial for everybody in the world right now, right? And look, she's like super nurturing. And there's dolphins, which is like, I don't know if you guys can see those. It's super tiny in there, right? But like there's dolphins. So that's play and like laughter and having fun. So where is that version of you to just like take a hot second, stop worrying about whatever the fuck is going on and like go and be into some play. Go have fun. Go laugh until your fucking abs hurt because maybe you haven't been going to the gym. Use that as your daily workout. Get in touch with your inner child that wants to laugh, that wants to play. I don't care if you're going to Rite Aid and going and getting coloring books and sitting there and playing and coloring with just yourself, or get some friends. Wear a mask. Or spread out 6 feet apart in a circle and put all the coloring books in the middle. Right? Whatever. Okay. Now, this is what we did today, space clearing. So that was the energy literally all day today. It was like clean, declutter, like we steam cleaned the carpets, like we're doing repainting, we bought new stuff, like space clearing. Internal, your external matches your internal. So if you've got clutter, that means you got clutter internally. That means you got clutter in your mind. That means you got clutter in your heart. Nobody wants to hang out in clutter unless that's a thing for you, in which case that's not today's conversation, but you might need to work on that. What are those called? The hoarders. Okay. Unless you are a hoarder, but that's also a trauma response. Okay. So different video. And clear your space. Because when you're outside and when you are looking at clutter outside of you, you can't think clearly, you can't feel clearly. And then how are you going to receive anything? How are you going to be in vibrational match to what you're receiving if it's all cluttered? So clear it out. Space clearing internally, space clearing externally. We threw away so many things. Okay. I am an avid, like natural, holistic health supplements, like all of that stuff. We literally went through the whole kitchen cupboard. We probably threw out like, okay, who does that? Like, am I the only one where you like buy supplements and then you take them a little bit and then you leave it? It's like a waste of money. Like buy only what you need and then take it and then finish it. And then, right. We threw out so much. They were all expired. Like I literally have 2 shelves in my cupboard in the kitchen now. I was like, cool, I can buy more tea. Like, what do I do with all this space? Fill it with the things that you want, that are most important, not with all this clutter of the stuff that you're not using, right? So space clearing. It was literally all day today. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to like plan my next lunch. No, you need to like declutter first. That's also how you know that you're setting yourself up for growth and expansion, is when you clear everything out. Because just like a glass, if it's not removing what's not working, just like, right? Are we like in the full moon energy? That's the time when you start removing the things that aren't working to make room for what you're bringing in and manifesting in and setting you up for the new moon. Right? Yes. The best feeling. Okay. When you get that, you get good fortune. So there's luck, there's fortune, there's alignment. Okay. You love Tuesdays with you there. Awesome. Love that, babe. I don't think Mercury retrograde is over. I think it's next week. I'll check. Hang on. Literally, like, because that shit goes on my calendar. If you guys know me and you've heard me for a while, you know that I am a nerd that puts everything on Google Calendar. I will tell you right now. I literally have a Google Calendar created that says astrology, and I tag that with my numerology. So I put that on both. Mercury retrograde ends November 2nd. So we got like another week. Then you have a little bit of the shadow, but yeah, we kind of consider that, but not really. By the 14th on the new moon, we'll be fucking out. Okay. So clear out everything. That's also the Mercury retrograde. Reevaluate, redo, reinvent what's not working, what needs to be moved out so that you can set yourself up really strongly for that next day. I think it's till November 3rd. Is it November 3rd? I got it marked on the 2nd. Could be the 3rd. I don't know. So if I am, okay, I might be wrong on that one. I have it marked for the 2nd. Either way, we are in the vibration of good fortune. So remembering to put that into like your focus. Stay focused on good fortune, good luck. Things are aligning. Clear out your shit so then you can receive the good fortune. Sorry, too much coffee. I need some ashwagandha now. And we got the soulmate card. Okay. So really, really interesting thing that has been coming up recently. You guys know how I feel about using the term soulmate and twin flame. The reason, I'll just recap that for anybody who's new. I believe in the alignment of soulmate, twin flame. I totally do. What I don't think benefits us in the conversation is if we are so focused on that word and so focused on the, oh my God, are they my twin flame or are they not my soulmate or oh my God, that we're not staying present with just connecting to even give the opportunity for that to be created. So soulmate energy, 2 parts to this. Soulmate energy is first, 3 parts to this. First, aligning with that soulmate within you. If your inner masculine and feminine are like not getting along and that integration hasn't taken place and your inner soulmate hasn't come together, then you are not the vibrational match to receiving soulmate energy. Ideally. Okay. Doesn't always, but the majority of the time in my experience with as many times as I've coached people through that. And that being said, so your first soulmate is you. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. If we don't come to terms with that, if we're like, oh my God, I want my soulmate outside, right? Then you're not ready for true love because you're setting yourself up for a conditional relationship, codependent relationship. If it's, I need them to be my soulmate. So then that's going to be the story that you're going to make up about whatever. Then you're not ready for true conscious, true self-love, true love. Because, right? Do you guys hear me on that? Give me some hearts. Give me some yeses that I know you're with me. Because it's like, it's not saying that you won't be able to be in that relationship. You totally will. But we have to step out of all the things that we're making it mean that sound like codependency, that sound like relationship. Yes. Okay, cool. That sound like anything that's disempowering, because that's not true conscious love. Conscious love starts within first and foremost. If we're not ready, if that triggers you, you're not ready. And that's okay. Process, right? Everybody here in Soul Circle, you know what's up. Yes, hearts. Yes, hearts. I love those. Okay. So that also being said, I'm always a big fan of like, can we change the wording? Can we like shift because we have such a tight definition and what we make these terms mean? And there's almost this like I'm still playing with this, so I'm gonna kind of share it at the same time that, like I said, I'm still sort of like downloading a lot of it. But the first words that came up for this sort of it's not a different kind of relationship. It's just, I'm calling it's a parallel. It's a parallel partner. You're like that parallel relationship where like there's two of you, you've already understood, like you've been doing your work, they've been doing their work, and now you guys are paralleling each other. There's so many similarities. There's so many like alignments. Things are easy. Things are just super fluid. You're not codependent. You're not too independent, right? You're not operating from like, oh God, I could go down the list of those programs. Avoidant, detachment, narcissism, or none of that, right? But you're close enough to create that connection, and that then you parallel. And it's like I said, I'm still playing with it. I don't know if anybody else has either experienced this or talked about this, or if this exists. If you have heard of anything like this, please send me it. But it's different than like, it feels different than like deep soulmate or gnarly lesson learning twin flame. It's like this just fluid fucking badass, but you're so parallel in so many ways. So similar, and yet you still have differences, right? Together, but not getting entwined in the other stuff. Yes, but you can also still process with each other, right? You're not intertwined, but you're aware of and you're accepting of. So there's no, oh, I need you to be this for me. We're just kind of like, but you're close enough. I don't know why I keep doing this. This is just how I see it and the energy of it, right? and it's play and it's fun. So in order for that to take place, that understanding of your inner soulmate needs to happen first. Oh, for sure. Yes. Like a true co-pilot. I like that, Stacy. That's badass. Exactly. And then you get fucking wings. And it's like a boomerang. When both sides are equally balanced, you fucking spin that shit and it just works. So that's just the truth of when we're talking about relationships. There's never anything wrong with the relationship. It's the how you're practicing, how you're showing up to practice. Have you gotten in touch with your inner soulmate first and foremost? And if that in any way triggers, then there's still some more work to do on that. And that's okay. But that just means that that's the level, and you haven't reached then that awareness to understanding that your inner soulmate integrates first before you become the vibrational match to attracting it. And then you become the vibrational match to receiving it by removing all of the fears and all of those patterns and programs that are in the way of receiving it. Full circle. So important. Yes. Yes, hearts. Okay. Yes, I see it more in intentional communities, how they flow in their relationships. I don't know what intentional communities means, but that sounds awesome. All right, loves. Hang on. Where are we at? Breathe, Sarah. Amen. Yes, that's the goal. That's the goal. And I know that we can achieve this because I have seen it and experiencing it. And everything that's happening or anything that's happened in your past is to show you what it's not, so that you can recalibrate your barometer for what it is. So the more that we are resetting our caliber, recalibrating, resetting. Okay. Words aren't coming anywhere. It's like the whole thought and true Libra. Awesome. 5 planets, kids. Let's go. The more that you are recalibrating, okay, to your inner soulmate, the more that you are up to just showing up doing the fucking work, whether you want to call it work, like whether like it doesn't have to be hard, whether you are bringing that self-awareness to all that you do in every moment, in every relationship. That goes for everything. How you are relating, how you're practicing relating with anything and everybody across the board. Yourself first and foremost. The more that you can stay in practice of that. And when you need the tools to remove the old programs so that then you can stay like a fucking badass, stronger in alignment with that, that's when you become the conscious creator of your reality. And that's what being a conscious lifestylist is, at least how I see it, because that's when everything else aligns. So I love you guys. You're so awesome. Give hearts for you, for everybody. Because seriously, like I said earlier before, this whole tribe I stopped counting, but it's got to be 4 years now. You guys make this tribe. You guys make this tribe. I just show up. I just show up. But you guys are this tribe. So huge acknowledgement to you for showing up, for staying focused, for showing up every week. Like, fucking blessings so much to you. It makes my soul so happy to see you guys showing up, being like, yes, we want to learn more of this stuff. And the more that you show up, the more I'll be here. So I love you guys. Yes. And thank yourselves for showing up, because that's the choices that you're making, your commitments. So I love you guys. Yay. I love you guys. Big hearts. I am Sarah Delane, the Conscious Lifestylist. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For as long as you want to show up, I will be here. I love you guys. We'll see you next week. You're welcome. Thank you. Have a good rest of your week, loves. Bye. Bye, YouTube.